Do you
Uh,
also experience aphasia and slurring of your speech when you get tired?
I don't, but my wife will sometimes, I'll start a sentence and she'll sometimes wait for the answer and she'll
Hmm.
be going, spit it out, and I'll be like, don't rush me, be nice. Don't tell me to spit it out.
Yes, yes.
And it's sometimes the cogs turn a little slower, but it's not a big
Mhm.
challenge. People don't really notice it. If I do it in the right context, if I'm on stage and doing it, people think I'm just a deep thinker. So I play the game.
I literally look like an inebriated, drunk person when I get tired because my speech starts
Yeah.
slurring. I don't talk any sense. I actually start bumping into things.
Same. My left side, if I'm walking next to somebody, I tend to run into them all the time. I'm not sure why. They just become magnetic.
Exactly. I like that. They become magnetic.
Yeah. So it's their fault, not mine. And then what has happened is they have all got better. The cognitive fatigue has improved. The ability to focus on a screen for longer has improved. My productivity has improved. But I've made a lot of changes. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't eat barely any carbs. So I don't do the things that are a high load on the brain and its energy levels. And I try to make sure that I'm supplementing with things that I need to supplement. I've got a couple of other issues. I have a thyroid issue. Just a few days ago, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. There's a lot of things that you can do to support the brain to heal further and become
Mhm.
more efficient, but you just have to do it regularly now. But you committed to your recovery in therapy. So tell me
Yes.
about that. What does that look like 4 years later, this commitment to recovering, and what have you changed, or what are you doing, and what have you stopped doing?
I have really started living like I don't want to die almost again. I've prioritized my health because I figured, you've been given a second chance at life. And I have scaled down significantly, Bill, with most things. At first you just push yourself and you want to convince yourself that you still can and it's still you and you haven't lost yourself or your identity. And then you burn out multiple times until you realize, okay, this is just a never ending loop. It's not going to end unless you end it. So I've decided to really stop literally and smell the roses to pace myself. Fatigue isn't only triggered physically. Also, I've realized that the brain cannot cope when it has too many tabs open, too many distractions and things happening, stress, especially also. It takes the brain away from recovery because now it's busy with coping with that stress.